given by this. On the gravity side, like Wilson loop, we consider constant time slice where the metric is like this. Assume the minimal surface is a function of x, the differential length of the surface is like this. Consider right half x0 is L over 2. Essays like this extreming, it leads to the well-known answer. X is like this. The half circle with the 0 is L over 2. Figure 4 is the minimal surface in bulk. Finally, we get an entanglement entropy. As this, where epsilon is the cutoff to regularize the divergence. Clearly, this result agrees with the calculation from CFT. In finite temperature, we may discuss the connection to black hole's entropy. Consider the CFT on a circle. We should recover black hole entropy if we take A to be the whole boundary space, because by definition, entropy is like this, is the thermal entropy, and in this case the reduced density matrix is the same as the real density matrix of A. Indeed, graphically, the minimal surface is just black hole horizon, and black hole entropy is recovered. Generally, if the minimal surface is always perpendicular to boundary area, law can be proved in areas in arbitrary dimensions. RT formula not only provides a simple way to calculate entanglement entropy, but more importantly, it implies some connection between space-time and geometrization of quantum entanglement, geometry and quantum information. In the end, we may expect a unified paradigm. Firewall principle. A black hole firewall is a hypothetical phenomenon where an observer falling into a black hole encounters high energy quanta at the event horizon. The firewall phenomenon was proposed in 2012 by physicists and as a possible solution to an apparent inconsistency in black hole complementary. The proposal is sometimes referred to as the firewall, an acronym for the names of the authors of the 2012 papers. The use of firewall to resolve this consistency remains controversial, with high-energy physicists divided as to the solution to the paradox. Legal observation provided tentative evidence of a firewall or of some other phenomenon that in extreme cases seems to violate relativity. So as you can see in the firewall, the observer seems to it have extreme hot. The subject feel nothing, but the observer see the subject experience extreme hot. So both facts are controversial. Okay, example 2, UV divergence and IR divergence. Let's see black hole with volume divergence. The bulk of black hole have volume divergence. The next equation is about edge space-time matrix of a black hole's bulk. ds square is r square plus z square multiplied by minus dt square plus dx square plus dt square. Local proper time and proper length and z are like this. Relation between energy and distance in boundary and bulk is following, where E energy angmil is proportional to z and D angmil is proportional to z. So we have a UV divergence and IR divergence. When you can conclude near singularity is there infinite energy, which means epsilon is dz can go to 0, and z is an open set, and this is homeomorphic to infinite length. So we can conclude that there is a UV divergence, and also as you can see in this diagram, IR divergence can be possible, which are controversial fact. Example 3. Electron has wave and particle property. Wave-particle duality. Waves could behave as particles, a photon of light. Similarly, matter, particles, electron, could behave as a wave. And example 4. The surface of black hole. For observer, the subject who is entering the black hole looks like staying still even though the subject has already entered into a black hole. So two situations can be observed at the same time. Example 5. ADCFT correspondence theory. Within ADCFT correspondence theory, the information can be recorded as CFT and ADS. And ADS is about gravity, which is related to particle, and CFT is about surface, which is related to wave. ADCFT correspondence. In the ADCFT correspondence, the gravity of work, which is expressed as ADS5, expressed as the wave information of the boundary, which is expressed as CFT. And there should be a homomorphic correspondence between ADS5 and CFT, and the way to show this relation is same with the way we put as 3D is 5-dimensional. When particle gets into a black hole, it has a topology of a surface of sphere multiplied by hyperbola. It means a particle gets absorbed by gravity, which explains hyperbolic topology, and particles have a wave effect, which explains spherical topology. In this way, particle has a mathematical energy as wave energy and gravity energy. So gravity energy can be expressed as wave energy, and wave energy can be expressed as gravity energy, which is ADCFT correspondence theory. And this uses spherical system when it is about wave energy, and this uses hyperbolic topology when it is about volume divergence. So this is same with the way I proved this 3D is 4-dimensional. So, as you can see, electron and black hole are the particles which are entanglement maximum, so they have duality in many properties. But in our nature, there are so many objects which are organic. Then does the duality happen at those objects? It is inverse causality. Within inverse causality, you can expand the concept of duality, which means organic relation. Inverse causality. This is a concept of black hole feedback, where two kinds of period proceed, A to B and B to A. This can be causality or correlation, but you can define inverse causality as organic relationship. So this theorem is true. So when you see inverse causality, you can conclude organic relationship. Next, I will show that if two events are organic, the inverse causality should be true between those two events. If two events are organic enough, when you see one event, you can say that the other event may happen. So within enough time when one event happens, the other event may happen in a short time. And this is an organic relationship. So those are same. So this is a definition of organic relationship in Oriental medicine. Within this definition, we can see true causality. So come to our hospital. This would cure your any symptom and disease. This is part